Morning, it's Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42. It is Monday, April 30th, and I leveled up yesterday. What do I mean by that? Well, about, maybe 2 weeks ago, my oldest granddaughter, Raven, she's my bonus child, she posted a meme on Facebook. We should start referring to age as levels, so when you reach level 80, it sounds more badass than just being an old person. I did not level up to 80 yesterday, but I did level up. And so my darling husband took me to the coast for the day, and I love the Oregon coast. I just love going there. I love watching the trees change as we drive and get closer and closer. There's a lot of moss on the trees here in Oregon, but as you get closer to the Oregon coast, there's more moss. And there's the moist green moss that just covers everything, and then there's the sphagnum moss that hangs down, and plants that you don't see here in the valley. There's something that grows on the side of the road. It looks like all these spikes, and they're striped, and I have no clue what they are, and I tried doing a Google search because I do that, and I could find pictures of it, but nothing would tell me what it was other than it's something found around Tillamook. We drove into Seaside, which is on the northern part of the coast. We had breakfast there. Both of us had Swedish pancakes with lingonberries. Oh my God, it was so good. What a great birthday breakfast. And then we headed down towards Depot Bay. We stopped at thrift shops and art galleries and just had a nice time driving down the coast, stopping at the viewpoints, getting out and looking and seeing the waves rolling in. Just a beautiful day. But one of the things that I found in one of the thrift shops on the way, and I've seen other people with this, and of course, because so many of you have these great ideas, I had to copy. I found a flower frog. It's a nice, heavy ceramic flower frog, and it's blue, my favorite color. So I picked this up, and of course, it will become home to my scissors. One of the things that I wanted to get when I was over there, if you have seen my pictures on Instagram, a while back I showed a picture of my kitchen window, and in it I have what I refer to as my orbs. They are glass floats, old, new. They are Christmas ornaments turned upside down, glass ones. There are paperweights. There's a witch's ball there. But they're all in my southern facing window where the sun hits them and makes them look just glorious. So I wanted to go to one of the many places on the coast that does glass floats. And we went into this one, and the only thing that I can say about this place is pretentious. Wow. I don't think that I've met anybody quite so snooty in a long time. But we thanked him, and we went across the street and we looked at the gallery that had some across the street and didn't find anything there that appealed to me. And then we drove out of the back side of that place, and we were going around to get back onto the main highway to head south along the coast again. And Mark saw this little junk thrift charity shop, and they had a sign out front that said they had floats. And Mark goes, "You want to go check it out?" Sure. We're here. let's go look. We walked in, and yes, it was a junk shop, it was a charity shop, it was a thrift shop, and then in the center they had this shelf full of all of these glass floats in every color that you can imagine. The owner of the shop came over and was talking with me, and he showed me ones that were brown and tan, and when you held them up to the light they became amber and golden. He showed me one that, sitting on the shelf, it looked silver. All these swirls of silver going around it. And when he held it up to the light, it became copper and amber and a peachy orange, and it was a sunset. It was just beautiful. He showed me teal colored ones, he showed me purple colored ones, he showed me purple and teal together, and then he showed me some blue ones. And I'm all about the blue. He showed me this one small one that if you looked at the surface of it, it looked like it was bubbles. It was smooth, but you know how when bubbles come together right before they merge into one? That's what the surface of this one looked like. Just gorgeous. And then he showed me another one that was blue with silver swirls all around it. Held that up to the sunlight and it became blue with amber. Too much yellow for me, but it was still glorious. And then I saw it. This one looks like it has a faceted surface. And when I held it up to the light and the light came through, that faceting made it look like there was a honeycomb of light coming through it. And it is glorious. Oh my goodness. Just absolutely stunning. I took a picture of it this morning and posted it. I had a light behind it so you can see a little bit of what it looks like, because seeing it here, it looks pretty with the light coming through. Oh, just glorious. I did manage to get a little stitching done on our road trip. There were times when we'd be in the thrift shops and I would get out to the car before Mark. So I had taken my elegant squid along to work on. And this is where I'm at with it. I want you to know that I managed to iron this morning because it was rather wrinkled and I did not melt anything. I am so pleased with that. But this is where I am with my elegant squid. And I realized yesterday, right here, I'm one stitch off. I didn't feel like taking it out yesterday while I was on my road trip. I'm going to finish the last squid and then I will go and take that one out if it bothers me. If not, it's okay to be not perfect. I already know that I will be passing this pattern along to Vicki, who gifted me with Squidly, because she needs to work on this. And I know where she can get a squid needle minder. Go figure. And then I got some magical arrivals this last week. A while back, one of the giveaways that I did, this one lady, her name is Tammy Foles, she got the London bus. She sent me this pattern. It's a Just Nan pattern called Witchy Pumpkin Cottage. And when I looked at this, I thought it was different patterns to stitch. but it's not. There are 6 patterns, but you stitch them in a cross shape, and then you fold it together to make a cube. And this is the sides, each side of the cube. That is so cool. I'm going to have fun with that one. Thank you, Tammy. And then she also sent me a teeny tiny prairie schooler. I guess I have another pillow to make for my cauldron. So that was pretty sweet. And the same day that I got that one, I also got a package from Stacy. Stacy, your package just tickled me so much, so much. She sent me this lovely package, and it was decorated with stickers, and there was a card inside, and it was decorated with more stickers. And I can't show them to you because I already cut them up to put in my magical book. There you see the whole thing. She sent a lovely card, and she had this doily on the package with these attached to it. These are the stickers that were on the envelope. She sent me a little bitty magic book with pages in it, and I put it inside my bigger magic book. I have had so much fun adding people to my magic book. This means so much to me that I am getting magical mail. Postcards, they mean so much to me. But along with that fabulous package and all the stickers and all the wonderful stuff, she sent me a pattern. This is Witch on Duty by Waxing Moon Designs. And then she sent along 2 lovely colors of floss. She sent Cauldron, and then she sent Harvest Moon. Stacy, you took me back to a moment in time when I saw Harvest Moon. My husband took me 20-some years ago to this little place in Oregon called French Glen. And by little, I do mean little. There is a hotel there, there's a grocery store, a gas station, and a church. That's it. It's in the lower southeast corner of Oregon in the high plains, high desert plains. And this hotel is about as rustic as could be. The room we stayed in that time was plywood walls that had been varnished. We went back another time and we stayed in a room that had wainscoting. Shared bathroom in the hallway, very simple. When you ate dinner there, everyone who was staying there at the time ate at this huge trestle table, and the food was served family style. But that first time that my husband and I were there, we were sitting out on the front porch, and it was in September. And High Plains, like I said, 4 buildings in town, there was nothing in front of us, and the moon came up. A harvest moon. And it was huge, and it was glorious, and you took me back. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, I have to tell you something funny about this pattern, Stacy. This is one of the 7. This is one that I have kitted up upstairs. And so when I saw this, I thought, oh, this is a hint from the powers that be that I need to get stitching on this one. So as soon as I'm done with my squiddlies, this is the next one that I will be doing. And I will be thinking of you when I add these two glorious colors into this pattern. So thank you so much. I have to check my notes here. Okay. Watching FlossTube this past week, there have been a couple of different people who have mentioned me in their videos, and like I said before, it always floors me when somebody mentions my name, and it's just like, wow, it's that wow moment. So there's a couple of ladies that I want to say thank you to for mentioning me in your videos and know that I watch you too. The first one is Amy Loves Toads. I was watching your video this morning, Amy. I love that Air Force piece that you did for your son. I think it is awesome, and I love the fact that your husband got involved in the framing of it and used his plasma cutter to cut out those aircraft and get them attached on there. I think it's fantastic that your son is going into the Air Force, that's his plan. I come from a military family. My husband's grandfather was cavalry, not army, cavalry. His dad was National Guard. My dad started out in the Army and then became Air Force. My brother was in the Army. Brother-in-laws, nephews in the Marines. My husband, my daughter, my son are all Navy. So from one military family to another, I thank your son for wanting to go into the service. And to everybody who has served, is serving, or will serve, thank you for doing that. So, Amy, I watch your videos. I love your videos. Thank you for mentioning me. The other one who mentioned me is Helen D. Again, I've watched your videos and I thoroughly enjoy them. And you were commenting on my elegant squid and said that you were thinking of doing that to put up on your nerd wall. And oh my God, I love the idea of a nerd wall so much. When you get it put together, please, 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 please share pictures of it, because the idea of a nerd wall just tickles me so much. And then the other lady that mentioned me was Christine. Stitches all the things. Okay, I watched her last video. Not only does Christine stitch all the things, she has all the things. I had to watch the video twice. She had commented that she thought she might have 50 kitted up projects. So of course I watched it to see what all she had. And she mentioned so many things that I loved that I had to go back and watch it a second time and write down a page of things and entitle it Christine Has All the Things. She was very nice. We were talking through Instagram, and she offered to send some to me so that I could stitch on them before she does. Wow. We have wonderful, wonderful people in our community. And then we have someone who is not so wonderful. I thought about what to say about this situation. Last week when I did my video, when it was uploading, I was listening to FlossTube. I was doing housework. I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. I was just listening to my friends talk. and I heard Michelle talking about someone being bullied, another floss tuber being bullied. And I should have stopped and listened, but I didn't. That evening, I got onto Instagram and I had been tagged in a post. And I went to see what this post was, and it was in reference to this bullying. And I was like, what is this? What is going on? Why am I being included in this? So I went to the person who had posted that, and I asked what was happening, and she explained it to me. So I went to watch the video of the floss tuber who had been the recipient of this act of bullying. And the more I watched it, the madder I got. Every one of us who does floss tube, we take time to set up the things that we want to share with you. We record these videos. We invite you into our homes. And for this woman to receive an attack by somebody who hid behind a fake Facebook name, to attack her and then to include other floss tubers in this attack, pissed me off. If I welcomed you into my house in real life and I said or did something that you didn't like, you have the option of turning around and walking out the front door. If I've welcomed you into my home in real life and you abuse that privilege or you try to attack me, I'm going to tell you to get the fuck out of my house. This woman did not deserve to be attacked. She responded to it so eloquently. And as soon as I finished watching her video, I contacted her not only through her video, but through Instagram to let her know that I apologized to her. Not because I did this, not because I had anything to do with this, but because I had been included in part of this attack against her. Whoever that low-life piece of scum is who thought that this is the way to communicate with another person, stay hidden behind your rock. I don't want you. I don't need you. And I can only assume that since I was included in your attack, that you may have watched my videos. Please turn me off now because I don't need you. I do these videos because I want to share my love for this craft. I want to do these videos so that I can become part of this community. And there have been so many great and wonderful people in this community that I have met not only through the videos, meeting them through Instagram, meeting them through Facebook, and meeting some of them in real life. And they have all been a blessing. I don't need or want your negativity, and I don't think anybody else does either. So if you think that it is okay to try to bully someone or to try to shame someone because you don't like the words that they use on their videos, you have the option of turning that video off and watching something else. If you see something posted on Facebook, you have the option of scrolling past it or hiding it or deleting that person. You do not have to bully anyone. It is not acceptable. And please do not include me in it. because I have no use for it. The good thing that came out of it is that I did watch this new, to me, FlossTubers video, and I have now subscribed to her, and I am getting to know her and her family through these videos. So I will take that as a blessing from a very nasty incident. Going back to things that are more positive, I did receive another piece of another magical arrival. This one came from my sister. It was actually a birthday gift for me, and it showed up just a couple of days before my birthday. I have to show you this card she sent me because I was reading the back of it, and it said, this is a replica of a card made by the Rwandan women who participate in the Women for Women International Program. The original piece was produced from banana leaves. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. My sister finds some of the coolest things, I'm telling you. Yeah. She's got great taste. And she sent me a Marauders map project bag. Thank you, Patty. I love you for being my sister. I love you for being my friend. I'm getting misty. And the last thing I wanted to share this week was 2 patterns that I got. One of them is because of Christine, you know, the one with all the things. She posted a picture on Facebook, and I had to have it. I love butterflies. I don't stitch butterflies per se. I stitched one butterfly for Miss Rowan when she was born, and I stitched a dragonfly for Miss Riley when she was born. But other than that, I don't really stitch butterflies. But this is Boo Butterfly. And if you look at it, I'm going to get that in as close as I can. It's a Halloween butterfly. Love for cross stitch. Brian Jackins, he used to design for Dimension kits, and now he's doing some designing on his own, and her name is Faye, and I can't think of the last name. She's the one that you contact through Love for Cross Stitch, and you can either get a PDF or a hard copy of this pattern. I got the PDF because Christine had to show all the things. I love you, Christine. I can't wait till you get up here to Oregon and I get to meet you in real life. And the other piece I got, I had ordered because somebody several videos ago posted it, and it's a primitive hair Salem Stitcher hood. Primitives don't really appeal to me. This one does. This one is just beautiful. So, yeah. Tomorrow is May 1st, and everybody is going to start on their mania craziness. I'm not a member of Stitch Mania, but I have been enjoying watching everybody talking about their plans for what they're going to do, whether they're going to work on one piece or start on 18 pieces, or Kansas City in a Colorado world starting 50. Wow. Wow. Watch my head explode. So I thought, how can I be part of this because I don't stitch a lot of projects and I'm not interested in starting a bunch of projects just to be part of Stitch Mania. So I decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus some love and attention on my Alphonse Mucha. And my plan for Stitch Mania is that I am going to stitch on it every day of the month. I'm going to take a picture at the beginning of the month, and when June comes around, I will take a picture at the end of the month, and I will show you where I started and where I ended up, but I'm not going to show progress throughout the month because it's really hard to see when you're working on a big piece, just little bits of progress. So I'm going to take a picture tomorrow, and that will be my start. I will take one on the 31st of May, that will be my end, and my first video in June, I will show you how my Alphonse Mucha progressed as my participation in Stitch Mania. Anyway, I think this video is longer than I usually do. I apologize for using the foul language in the middle of it, but yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Stitch all the things, do all the things. Be nice to each other because we all deserve it. Live long and stitch on, my friends. Bye-bye.